TIFU. Alexa reminded me in the middle of a dinner party that it was time to bonk my wife. So this happened, obligatory, last night and we are just getting over the laughter. My wife and I are early 60s and because of old age, menopause etc. our sex life has needed medical intervention and a new treatment was suggested to alleviate my wife's pain during intercourse. So 10 days ago, jokingly, after a few bottles of wine, we set an Alexa reminder to announce when the treatment had run its course and we could, officially, get to it. We set a reminder. David, it's time to bonk Fiona. It seemed bonk didn't trigger Alexa's censorship. So fast forward 10 days. We had totally forgot this and last night in the middle of a dinner party with several friends we get the reminder. David reminder. It's time to bonk Fiona. As you can imagine, confusion reigned and after a pause in the dinner party conversation, questions were asked and our friends joined in on the good humor as we are all similar ages. Pro tip. Everyone gets old. Things didn't work as well as they once did. But please try and keep your sense of humor. Too long did not read. Alexa reminded me in the middle of a dinner time that it was time to bonk my wife. So, I'm assuming you excused yourself immediately to the applause of your friends in order to fulfill your appointment to bonk your wife? I'm going to set my Alexa to remind me to bonk Fiona also. I hope you both got up and hurriedly left the room. Unzips pants. Everybody out. Early 60s. Man, I wish my sex life had lasted that long. Ha ha ha, that is great, and yes, don't forget a sense of humor. Today I fucked up by donating blood with my dad. Sorry if this makes no sense. I am dumb. My mom has sickle cell, so a few times I've donated my blood to her. I know my mom's blood type is A because I donate to her, and I know my blood type is O because, well, I donate. Today I just went to donate blood with my dad, just because. And I found out his blood type is AB. At first everything was alright, then I started thinking about what I learned in biology. In high school I learned that if you have a B-type blood then you can't have a child with O blood. I was confused for a minute but I just let it go because WTF. I started thinking about it again and I looked it up. It says, a person whose genetic type is either AA or AO will have blood type A. Those with genetic type BB or BO will have blood type B. And only those with genetic type O will have blood type O. A child with type O blood can have parents with type A, type B, or type O blood, but not type AB. So yet again I was confused. Is my dad really my dad? I'm really thinking about this and I want to ask my mom, but what good would it bring to start some mess up with them if I don't know for sure? Did my mom cheat on my dad? Am I adopted? Does my dad know? It's all so confusing. I hope I am just wrong and paranoid, but I am really thinking about this. I kind of want to ask my mom about it, but I don't want her to get mad. Too long did not read. Found out my dad has type AB blood and you can't make a child with O blood if you're AB. I would suggest either a DNA test, hey dad, we should try that ancestry thing, or bring it up with your mother first on the off chance it'd start a fight before you got an actual answer. Also, it was a well-written post. You're certainly not dumb by my standards. I mean, most people I know wouldn't have even realized the blood types didn't line up. There are weak variations of A and B that present as O when it comes to most antigen testing but not genetic testing. I'm not sure how it affects donations. There is something called Bombay phenotype that overrides the A and B blood group antigens and presents as O unless you're specifically looking for it, but it's actually its own special thing. Someone else mentioned cis AB, which means your dad's genotype might be CAB O and his phenotype would be AB, and you could have inherited O from both your mother and him, so your phenotype and genotype would be U. All of these would be uncommon but not unheard of, depending on your background. There is a small chance it can happen. An exception is your dad having ABO blood, cis AB. If you're of Asian descent then it's more likely but certainly not common. But just for your own knowledge and genealogy, I'd still have the conversation if you're up to it. You didn't say how old you are, but regardless, have a serious conversation with your mom. Tell her about the blood types and ask for an explanation. Dr. Google says it can happen but it's rare. Did you get cookies after donating? We're going to need an update once you've got this sorted, Op.